Oh, sorry. Okay, you guys. Hello, 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 hello. Let me get over here. Let me get over here. All right, you guys. I want to first and foremost say Happy New Year to you guys. So, first of all, let me say this. Tonight is just a free forming night. I wish I could play music, but I can't because we're on Facebook and Facebook will penalize me if I play any music. So, there's no music that cannot from let's see. So, okay, that's fine. Will not let me play any music, but that's fine. I'm good with that. We're going to be doing something, and I'm going to put the disclaimer out there first and foremost. You guys know me as either I'm Coach Salita, I'm Salita McCall, I'm Queen Universal Reading. I do that. I do that, and I have Black Queens Reading. I also have a website called You Can't Clip My Wings. We're going to go through our website tonight. I'm going to show y'all, since y'all don't like to visit stuff, I'm going to show you our website, how it looks and everything, and how you can go through it. I'm going to talk about a little bit about my books. I'm going to talk about a little bit about everything. Okay, just a little bit about everything tonight. And I'm going to, and this is for anybody who does not, if you feel funky or funny about tarot reading cards, this is not the show for you because I am going to be doing that tonight. Okay. I'm just letting you know. If you feel uncomfortable about it, that's fine. And I've already done a whole video on explaining how tarot works. It is not anything dealing with witchcraft and evil and all that. I've already gone through the whole history of that. You can find that on our YouTube channel called Queen Universal Readings. If you go through our videos, you'll see I've talked about that. The last video, actually, I put a video up today on Black Queen Readings that talks about the birth chart. How do you go about doing your birth chart, right? So, and right now we are working on an astrology, talking about astrology because I don't do astrology. I haven't gone to that point yet because it's very complex. So I haven't done it, but I know a little bit about it. So I've been talking to my audience over on my YouTube channel, talking about that. Black Queens readings basically are we talk about, we do the same thing that we do over here, but it's just a little bit different. I'm just starting it. I just kind of just got that page going anyway. Um, but yes, if you feel uncomfortable, this is not the place for you tonight. I'm gonna say that again. If you feel uncomfortable, this is not the place for you tonight. Because I'm going to talk about it because it's who I am. It's part of who I discovered that I can do. And I share it with my YouTube channel, which, if you're interested, you can go to Queen Universal Readings and check out some of our videos. We have been on the air now. We just made a year in November, which I am so proud because I did not think I was going to be that consistent, being who I am, that I would be able to do that. So we have plenty of videos over there that if you want to watch. What I do is I usually do a weekly, whenever I tell the numbers or the dates, it's a whole week of things that could happen that's pertaining to whatever the cards tell me to tell you. Okay. We do yes or no because at the end, if we have time, we're going to have time. I'll make time. We can do a yes or no. Yes or no is you give me a question and I'll let the cards tell me yes or no, and then you can go from there. Um, this is a general reading. When I do readings, they're general. The word is general. That means it could go for anybody. Okay. And I tell you, take from the reading what resonates with you. What that means is if it hits you, then it's something you can look into. Or if you want more questions, if you have any questions, definitely hit in the chat. Say, hey, I got a question about this. And ask me any questions you want. Because I am live over on Universal Collective Network and I'm live over on Salita McCall. So I'm on two on, so you guys can hit me up on either one of those. It'll come up, the chat will come up, whatever. But tonight we're definitely going to be doing that. I just want to say Happy New Year's to you guys. I want to thank, and I thanked everybody on my Facebook page, but I'm going to do it again. Thank you, each and every one of you guys who hung out with us through these 9 years. We have been on social media. We have been on this platform, Facebook platform, for 9 years, going on 10. No, I think, yeah, going on 9 years. We have been on this platform. And I am so happy. I am so happy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, we're going to go ahead and get started with. I wish I could play music. I can't play music. It's not the same when you don't have any music to play. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have any music to play. So, you guys kind of know who I am. I mean, I've been on Facebook, like I said, 9 years. I've been on Instagram. I don't know how long I've been on Instagram. I've been on YouTube, probably equal or more on YouTube, because I started out on YouTube. Let me tell you how I started on YouTube. I started out on YouTube doing wig videos. Way before they doing what they doing now with wigs, I was already doing it. I was doing fashion. I guess that's when the influencer stuff started, I guess back then. But I wasn't really trying to be an influencer. I was just enjoying buying wigs and talking about them. And at the time, I had another business, and so I was promoting my business on my YouTube channels. But majority of it was my wig reviews. I did a lot of wig reviews. I made wigs on camera. I made wig videos where I actually made wigs. And one of the companies actually sent me a certificate congratulating me on doing one of their wigs, creating one of their wigs. Yeah, yeah, I did that. Um, but that was back then. Like I said, way before it's gotten to where we have wig reviews and all that and hauls and stuff. I was doing that back then. That's how long I've been on social media platforms. Um, I had a radio show called Blog Talk Radio, which was a digital radio. Now I'm on Spreaker. So if you go to Spreaker, you can go to, it should be, you can't clip my wings. If you go on Spreaker and you can't clip my wings, you should pull up, or Sleeta McCall, you should be able to pull up some of our shows on there too. That's how long I've been doing this. This has been a long, long journey for me. Okay. Um, and how I actually started in radio, when I was doing that, that was online. I literally, and this is the story I love telling people because it's true. I don't have to lie about it. The person who knows me can tell you. Um, at the time, I was going to this church. Not going to name the church. It's a local church. And I was asked to do their promos. Um, so I said, okay. I guess they like my voice, so I said, okay, I'll do that. So I start going to the radio station, and I got fascinated. I got fascinated by the producer, messing with the board, doing the board, right? And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I went to that person and I said, if I come in here and volunteer my time, would you teach me how to work this board? And believe it or not, the person said, yes, I will teach you how to work this board. So I learned how to work the board. And on the weekends, when the weekend person didn't show up, I was the backup for the weekend person. And I would come in and I would do the weekend shows. I would produce some of the weekend shows. A lot of them was with the pastors. So it was fun. I got to meet some wonderful people. And then the other manager, me and her was talking, and she encouraged me to start a women's show. So I started a women's show. Then I came up with the idea of Lily's Author Showcase because I am an author. I self-published some of my books, and I love reading. I grew up reading. If you told me I couldn't go to the library, I would cry. That's how much I love reading. My mom, that was the way she could punish me, was to tell me that, nope, not today. You're not going to the library today. Can't let you go. So that would make me upset. So I've always read. All as a little kid, most of the time my sisters and stuff be outside playing. I'd be inside with a book because I love reading. Well, fast forward, I started writing, and so I wrote a couple books. I've written about 15 books altogether, maybe more. I don't know. And we're going to talk about some of my books too. Um, so that happened. So I said, you know what? We don't talk about reading enough. Let's talk about reading. So that's when I came up with a program called Lily's Author Showcase, a whole show. And what we were doing was we were interviewing authors from all over the place, like all over the world. Okay. So when we were interviewing them, there's one young lady, she was at the time, she was in Afghanistan. She's in a matter of fact, she's still on my page, Rosalind. Her name is Rosalind. And I interviewed her while she was over in Afghanistan. I've interviewed now she's Dr. Cynthia Jackson. She was a state representative for Georgia, I think, at the time. I interviewed her. Oh my God, I got a chance to interview some wonderful people back then during that show. And those people, a lot of these people are actually are some of my Facebook friends on Facebook. Just how long I've known them. One of them is she's the commissioner for, I think she's in Maryland. Is it Virginia? I think it's Virginia. She's a commissioner for Maryland because I interviewed her about her magazine. But prior to me even coming on terrestrial radio, I was interviewing people on my blog talk show. So I have a whole bunch of people. I have over 300 shows on blog. Well, it's not Blog Talk anymore because as of tomorrow, it's no longer in existence. So they moved over to Spreaker. So if you go over on Spreaker and you go into our archives, I've been interviewing people forever. So interviewing is it's nothing to me. I love doing it. I can do it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Because I love to talk. So I did that. Then my friend Brian Coleman invited me to co-host his show on another local radio station. And so I co-host that show over there, which was fun. I enjoyed it. Me and another young lady were his co-host on there. And I got to learn so much. That's when my activism kicked in. When I realized that, your voice, if you have a gift, use that gift. Okay? Don't sit on it. Use that gift. I knew already I had a gift for gab. I can talk. So I took that to a whole nother level. And we were able to do a lot. We were doing investigations. One of the pages I have on Facebook is called Justice Come Lately. There's some interviews we did on there. We did some investigative work. We did some protesting. We did some activism. We did all of that. I had an opportunity to go to Nashville and hang out with the historical. You guys heard of SNCC, right? Some of the SNCC members, the original members, not these are the original people from back in the 60s that we got a chance to meet. I got a chance to hang out with Angela Davis. Everybody knows who Angela Davis is. Her sister was there. So I got a chance to hang out with her. So I've been able to, I got a chance to meet Minister Farrakhan, to hear him live, in person, in flesh. Those are the things that I can say that I have been so blessed with, to be able to see and hear and talk and interact with those type of people. And it's like, if you've never, and it's not about being a fan, it's about the power of being able to be around people that you've heard, you talk, you heard their voices, you listen to them, and you're actually getting a chance to meet them. It empowered me. If it didn't do anything else to me, it empowered me. And I'm going to tell you, he'll put you in places where you think you shouldn't belong. And a lot of times that's what happened. I thought I didn't belong there. But in reality, yeah, I belong there because I learned from them. I was able to be places where nobody else could go because of my affiliations or the people that I had in my circle at the time. And so doing all that was cool. I loved all of that. Being an activist is not easy work. You're hated. People don't like you. People talk about you. People say you're fake. You hear all that, but who cares? Okay? We do the work. We make people come to you and say, I appreciate what you're doing. You guys keep doing what you're doing. If we didn't have people to sound off for us, we wouldn't be able to do the things we've done. So, um, fast forward to after the radio station closed, I just went back to doing my Facebook and then doing my shows on Facebook, doing my shows with Blog Talk. Blog Talk never went away. Um, People that we got to interview on Blog Talk, you guys would not believe the people we got a chance to interview. One of the people, and I know you've heard her name, is Jane Elliott, the white lady with the short hair that talks. She has an experiment she did, the blue and brown eyed experiment she did. Um, we did an interview with her. Me and Brian did an interview with her on my Blog Talk show. So I've been able to connect with some people. Hello. I've been able to connect with some awesome people in my on my journey. Okay. I have been able to, oh my God, I can't even remember half the stuff that I've done. But I'm saying this because I'm talking because tonight is it's free forming tonight, baby, Miss Talisha. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit of everything. I ain't gonna tell you my life story, but I'm gonna tell you the parts that I think would interest you. Okay, let's see. I think would interest you. I think. Um, so I did that. Um, my activism stuff never goes away. I'm always doing it. Some kind of way I'm doing it. Even when I try to run away from it, even though when I try to close the door on it, I'm getting phone calls. Matter of fact, a friend of mine had an issue today. They called me. So what I'm saying is, no matter how much you want to retire from this stuff, it's hard. And it's not about trying to always be in the spotlight and all that. It's the work that's done behind the scenes that's important. That's what's important. And I asked her, the first thing I asked, I said, you sure you don't want me? Because, we'll put it on the show. She's like, no, 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 don't put it on the show yet. Don't put it on the show yet. Because it's somebody we know that this situation has happened to. I said, okay. I said, because we'll blast it. She's like, I know you will, but no, not right now. So I'm gonna hold back on that one. I'm gonna see what she gonna say, and then if we can put it out there, we're gonna put it out there. Okay, and it's not to be messy. It's you see when you're informing people, some people don't understand what information means and transferring that information and deciphering information and giving it out. It will sound messy. It will sound messy to some people, especially if it's in their minds that it's gonna be messy. It's not messy. It's informing the people so that somebody else won't get caught up in that same situation with those same people. They'll know to steer clear of that person or that business because you already know they do shady business. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this situation is because we will definitely blast you. We don't have a problem with that. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. So, doing that is wonderful. Um, Being able to travel different places, awesome. I haven't traveled in a while. Well, I went to Texas and um I got a got a chance to go and do some teaching. if you guys don't know, and people are like, you shouldn't tell all that, but I'm gonna tell you, I have a master's in teachers leadership. Okay, that's what my master's in. So I had an opportunity to use that. It was a wonderful experience. The schools in Texas is so different from the schools here, so different. It was an experience, and I would go back and do it any other time. I mean, I would love to do it. Those kids to me were fascinating because I love kids. I mean, even though I only had one, I still love kids. I've always been around kids. Um, from the time when I was the youth minister at the church, at a local church, till the time I worked with the Youth Challenge program here in Pineville, Camp Beauregard. Um, I've always loved kids. I always like, because I love to see what fascinates me about children. They are sponges. And that's why it's so important that we be careful what we tell them and how we react to them and how we treat them. It's very, very important because it gets, they soak it up. And if you're being negative toward kids, they're going to be forever negative. You have to fix that. So you have to be careful how you raise your kids. I had to learn that the hard way. Really, I did. Because I raised mine like my mom raised me. So I didn't know any better. I know now, but I didn't back then. Which is fine now because we're in a whole nother space now. So that part of my life. So then when I start writing, I wrote the first book I wrote was a motivational book. It was called How Does Your Garden Grow? Then I made a yearly planner. Then I made a journal to go with that. And then I wrote another book. Damn, I didn't realize I wrote that. Okay. Then I wrote a workbook to go with How Does Your Garden Grow? And then after that, I actually did a nonfiction. Yeah. It was called, I can't remember the name of the book. I can't remember the name of the book. See, that's how long it's been. I wrote that book almost 15, almost 20 years ago. Well, anyway, it was a nonfiction book, and it was a cute book. I didn't realize I was writing such a raunchy book, but it was a little raunchy, okay? Yeah, and people, I had a book signing, and it was fun. I had a great time. And after people read the book, they was like, "Are you gonna write a sequel to this?" And I was like, Secret Journal. That's the name of it. I thought I would get it. Secret Journal was the name of it, and it was about a couple, and somebody cheated on somebody, somebody lied and was cheating, and the girlfriend followed. The guy was cheating on his girlfriend, his wife, and they went on vacation. They went on a vacation every year, right? So the girlfriend had the nerve to follow them on the vacation. So that was where all the venture happened. All the adventure happened. So there was some secrets going on in some of the things that the main character, the wife, did. So anyway, so that book, they wanted a sequel to it, and I never wrote a sequel to it because I had a writer's block for a long time. Then I start writing mostly motivational books. So my next several books up until now have been motivational. But in between that, I did write two more nonfictions because there's one called White Dove, and then there's the let me see, it's called Mighty Men of the Ministries, Inc. And it's about some pastors. Yeah, I don't want that one. That one is really raunchy. That would be a Tubi for sure. If I ever get a screenplay to that one, if I ever write a script to that one, that would definitely be a Tubi for sure. 100%. Because it's a little like raunchy. It's adults only should read that book. I was working on part two. I wrote part one, but I was working on part two and I stopped. I stopped writing. I had a writer's block. I couldn't do it anymore. Um, but I want to. I want to go back, and I do want to do a sequel to Secret Journal eventually. Um, But White Dove was pretty good. It was about a young lady who had schizophrenia, which she got it from her dad. Um, and a lot of things happen in that book. That would be a lifetime story. That would that could be a lifetime script. That one, The White Dove, for sure. Yeah, that could be. Um, but those are like the nonfiction books I wrote because I don't think I wrote any more. That was it. I did write another one, but I didn't get it published. I wrote a lot of books that I didn't get published. I just didn't get them published, and I didn't publish it myself. So, fast forward. I'm gonna keep on fast forwarding. Um, so those books are good. Then I started writing motivational books, and I started like long time ago, actually, way before I moved here, way before I moved to Louisiana. I had started this vision I had. It was called Handling Your Business, and it was dedicated to women, Black women entrepreneurs. And so I started a program where I created a book for it. I kind of gave them the blueprint on starting their own business, um, and everything that they would need to do it. So I had started doing, I wrote the yearly planner was for Handling Your Business. Then I wrote a book called Handling Your Business before the How Does Your Garden Grow. And this was to help you get ready and motivating women to Black women to want to start businesses, all kinds of businesses. And being who I am, y'all don't know, I am very inconsistent. I don't mean to be, and I'm working on it. That's probably one of my New Year's resolutions. I don't really have resolutions. Is to make sure that I finish through because it's hard for me to do that. So, um, so I started that way before I came here. That was when I was living in Tennessee or Kansas. I can't remember, but I had started a whole program called Handling Your Business. And then after that, that was like my first set of motivational programs that I was putting together for Black women. And then I start doing what I'm doing now, which is also motivating Black women. Um, After I wrote that, I wrote several other books that's pertaining to motivation and getting people, and it don't necessarily always have to be about women. It can be about men too, but majority of I concentrate on a woman because that's what I am. So I don't know how men feel all the time, but I know how I feel, and I know sometimes it's daunting for us to try to do our own thing. It really is, because especially when you've already got kids, you might have a boyfriend or husband or whatever, and it's hard for us to stay motivated doing what we want to do for ourselves, outliving our own dreams. One thing about me, I have always been a person to make sure I'm going to do what I want to do. That's not a problem. It's not about what somebody's saying I can and cannot do doesn't work. I don't hear that. I don't hear when someone tells me I can't do something. I don't hear that. And if I do hear it, it makes me angry because I don't like people putting limits on anything I do. I just don't. Nobody. My husband will tell you. He says, "I don't know why you're saying it because you know you're gonna do it anyway." Yep, you know it. Because I'll throw a ideal at him and he'll give me his scenario. Okay, and I'm gonna do it anyway because that's me. I do it anyway. And you know what? When you live by that rule, you guys, let me tell you, when you live by that rule of not letting someone put chains and limitations on you, your life is it is a sense of freedom. It is a great sense of freedom. I'm serious. When you don't have chains on you and somebody telling you what you can't do, mm. Because at the end of the day, if something doesn't work out and you did not involve anybody else in it, it's just you, then that's the only person you need to worry about. But when you do things at the helms of somebody else being in charge, or you having to go to somebody else to do that thing, then you're involving them in your situation. And if it's a failure or if it's success, you still have to involve them in it. So at the end of the day, do it on your own. I encourage anybody to do it on your own. I mean, you can't do everything by yourself. Believe me, you can't. But there's some things that you can do by yourself. Just do it by yourself. And then when it gets to the point where you need to involve someone else in it, then make sure you have yourself set up to do that. Okay? Then after that, I came up with You Can't Clip My Wings. And I don't want to talk about that story because that's a very, very personal story. And I don't think y'all need to know all that. Actually, on Spreaker is one of my stories that got me to the point where I actually created You Can't Clip My Wings. And I wrote a poem because I love writing poems too. I used to write poetry too. And I wrote a poem to it, and it had something to do with me on a personal basis while I was in the military. And so, what You Can't Clip My Wings, the theory behind that is, like I just said, never let someone tell you no, that you can't do something, and put limits on you. You can't clip my wings no matter what you try to do, no matter what you've taken from me, no matter how you treated me, no matter all those things. You can't clip my wings. I'm going to still fly. At the end of the day, I'm going to still fly. And that's what you need to tell people. I'm going to still fly. No matter how much you take away from me, I'm going to still fly. But I had to come to that because I didn't realize all the hurt and the pain and all the stuff I was going. It didn't even dawn on me that I was going through this. I'm thinking sometimes, we go through life and we think a lot of things are normal. This is the normal way things happen. No, it's not. A lot of things we go through life, it's not normal. We're not supposed to be going through those things. But because if we don't know, we're going through a lot of heartaches because nobody told you that you're not supposed to. And a lot of things we go through are lessons. Now, keep in mind, they are lessons we have to learn. But a lot of things that's out of your control, that you, it's not, it's not your fault. And I had to learn that. What happened to me, it wasn't my fault. But just imagine going through your whole life, going through your whole life, thinking it was your fault, and realizing after you get the proper therapy, the whole 9 yards, when you get that and say, you know what, I got to stop blaming myself. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. It was someone else. And let me tell you how you can do that too. Write a letter to yourself for all the things that happened to you that you had no control over. Because that's one of the things I had to do. I had to write a letter to myself and forgive myself for holding myself accountable for something I had no control over. So that's where You Can't Clip My Wings came from. And then I created a website and I started writing with You Can't Clip My Wings. And that's where we at now. So I do that. And we're going to go to my website right now. What time is it? It's 11:08. Okay. It's 11:08. So I'm going to pull up the website and we're going to go through my website since you guys don't pay attention to my website. You're supposed to pay attention to my website. I'm demanding. Let's see here. Okay. So we're going to go over here to my website. Okay. So this is my website. So just in case you guys don't know how to find my website, it's called youcan'tclipmywings.com. If you go to our Facebook page, You Can't Clip My Wings, there's a Facebook page for that. Okay. And also, I forgot, I didn't even mention it, but I'm going to. I am a certified life coach. Well, it's empowerment coach. Okay. Um, and this is the first page. Now, because I can add tarot therapy with my coaching, I've actually working on doing that. Now, as you can see here, this is part of my show I have on Public Access Channel. It's called Empower Her Talk Show. Okay. So the same thing that I'm doing to you guys here now, I do it over there. You go to our YouTube channel, Salida McCall YouTube channel, you will see some of these videos on there. Okay. This is what's on my, this is from my shows. And let me see, we get ready to go into a new year. So it'll be a year. Matter of fact, I go in a year in January. That's right. So I've been on Public Access Channel, I mean, over there, and that's on AOC, which is Acadian Open Channel Community. So that's in Lafayette. All right. So here is a little bit about me, nothing much. Meet Coach Salida, called multi-talented woman who wears many hats, which I do. She's a mother, veteran, wife, author, activist, podcaster, talk show host, tarot reader, and entrepreneur. With her diverse skills, set, and passion for making a difference, Coach Salida inspires many. Follow her journey as she continues to make waves in various industries. All right. So this again, this is just the website. Okay. Over here is contact. So if you come over here on here and you want to get in contact with me, put your information in there and I will get it. Okay. I will definitely get it. And then over here is our shop. So I guess you're saying, what's over here? Well, over here are the latest books that I've actually written. Okay. This is our new coloring book. I created a adult coloring book. Okay. Um, Great stuff. Just cute little stuff in there to take your time and actually take some time out and color it. Okay. Um, as you can see, it's $8.79 for the coloring book. Okay. Um, then over here is these two journals I created. Just Misunderstood journal is one. Okay. Where you can write in it, put anything you want. I love journaling. I love doing that. I think that is so awesome. Um, let's see. This is the other one. It's called I Am Time. This is the other journal. Okay. This is the newest book I just wrote. It's called The Spiritual Sisterhood, Nurturing to Intuition, Intuition, and Young Women of Color. Okay. That is the latest book I wrote. Okay. All right. And then we're going backwards. This is another book I wrote called Path to Greatness, Strategies for Women to Make a Mark in This World is another book. So you want to be a coach because, as you know, this is a workbook. This is actually an assessment book that I created to figure out if coaching is for you before you go and get yourself certified, because it might not be for you. So I created an assessment book. Assessment booklet so you can take it and see, okay, if this is really what I want to do. This right here is Unleashing Your Inner Power, Life Coaching for Women. Okay. Has some real good info in it. And then this one is From Setbacks to Success, A Woman's Journey. This book right here, all I did was redo the cover simply because I had given it out to several people as a free book. So some people already have this book. I gave it out. I thought it would be interesting to give it out to you guys. So I did, but now it's got a price on it. And that was a while back. I had given this away. I don't know if everybody probably missed out on it. This is affirmations for chakras, your 7 chakras. As you know, meditation, yoga, and all that. So that's what this book is. And then let's talk about, some of you guys had an opportunity to sample our Ebony Elixir skincare. Okay. So this is the hydrating facial cream. I got great reviews from it. I'm very proud of this product. I was in the bathroom, you guys, earlier, and I'm going to have to replenish my own self because I've already used up the serum, the vitamin C, and hyaluronic. I can't even say it. Hyaluronic acid serum. I've already used up all of that. I used up the facial cream already. Now, that's been to show you how long it lasts. I started using it back in August and it's already December. So I ran out, I think, last month and I switched out my jars because this not only comes in a travel package, it actually comes in jars too. Comes in the little small jars and then it comes in the large jars. Okay, these are just the travel packets. Um, that's the facial cleanser. And this is how it looks. This is if you just want to get the facial cream and the cleanser. The cleanser is so good. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Okay. Um, this is the serum and just the cleanse the facial cream because you can get those two together. Okay. And then we have the serum in this the facial cleanser. Okay. You can get it that way too. And I think the last is, oh, you can get them individually. If you only just want the facial cleanser, okay, you can get the facial cleanser. Um, I'm sorry, not the cleanser. I'm talking about the facial cream. And then this is a cleanser by itself. And then you can get the serum by itself. Okay. So those are what we have in our shop. Okay. And then let's go over here to the blogs because I think I've been trying to keep up with the blogs on our Facebook page. So these are the blogs that we've already written. Lord have mercy. I have been very, very busy because I want to make sure you guys are well informed and how I can, my job as a life coach is to keep you guys encouraged and motivated to whatever goals you're setting for yourself is to make sure that you get through it. And if you can go back and read some of our older blogs because these are like our older blogs um, that we have. So you can check these blogs out. Go back and read them. Because a lot of, I guess because I'm not, let me tell you something, I'm awesome with promoting other people. I'm terrible with promoting myself. I'm just real bad at it. Because I don't want to sound braggadocious when I talk. I just want to tell you what I do and that's it. But that's not how it works. Especially if you try to run a business, you can't do it like that. So if you get a chance, take some time out. My most of my blogs only last 4 minutes. 4 minutes, okay? At the most 4 minutes. So it shouldn't take you that long to read any of these blogs, you guys. Okay? Just letting you know you can do that. Okay. Now, over here are my radio shows. Okay. Now, You Are Loved is on Spotify now. So if you want to listen to any of those shows, I just never stop. You Are Loved is on Spotify. You can pull that up. You see, because there's other ones that says You Are Loved on or titled You Are Loved, but You Are Loved has the black woman on it. Okay. So you can go back and listen to some of those shows. Very good shows. Not because I did it, because I mean, I when I do something, I love putting my all in it. Okay, that's just me. Let me see here. Okay, that's how you sign up. So let's go back over here. Um, so also, let's see here. Um, there should be a place if you wanted to um get with me and do an initial consultation for life coaching or for empowerment coaching to see if we are a good fit because I want people to understand that I might not be the one for you. But if you're interested, you let me know and we can set up an appointment. We can set up a Zoom, whatever, and we can get to know each other and you tell me what you want. And my job is to get you there. When I say get you there, I mean to encourage you to make sure that you set these certain goals for yourself and you meet them. That's all. That's what it's almost like I'm a cheerleader, you know. Hey, you got it. You know, I'll give you some questions. You tell me what you want, and I'll give you some questions to answer. I mean, it's not hard to do. It just sometimes it's a process. Okay. Not only do I can add that in there. I was talking about I can also kind of help you along with coaching with readings too, which I do that also separate, but is also together because either way it goes, I'm definitely helping somebody. And I love the idea that I'm helping people with the readings. Okay. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not all those things that you guys hear, oh my God, it's scary. No, it's not. It's nothing scary about that. All I'm doing is whatever the cards are telling me about you on a personal basis, not to generalize, but on the personal one on one. If we do one on one, somebody asked me they wanted to do a birth chart with me because they want to learn how to do the birth chart. I'll help you with the birth chart. It's not hard to do at all. Matter of fact, I have a video on Queen Universal Readings talking about the birth chart. Matter of fact, I just put it on Black Queen's Reading Facebook page. So if you want to go over there and look at how I looked up and I literally told you everything about me. So just in case you want to use it against me, it's not going to work. Okay? Because I'm too open and too honest. So if you, it's not going to work. I'm going to be definitely against whatever it is you're trying to do. But yeah, so this is the website that you guys can check out. And I really do encourage you guys to definitely go read it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so definitely check it out. I want to definitely share that with you guys. Okay, so let's see here. Hey, good evening. How are you, sweetie? We still got a couple of more minutes. Anybody got their drink? Mm-hmm. Anybody got their drinks? Okay, got your drinks. Um, I started early. No, let me quit. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I didn't. I was gonna do it, but I said no. I bet not, because I might say some stuff on here that's really like y'all see the real me, the real me. You'll see the Lily, not the Salida, but the Lily. The Lily is kind of ghetto, kind of ghetto. That's not a bad thing. It's just that she's real honest. She's brutally honest. So I'm not gonna let you see her. But anyway, so again, let me give you a disclaimer. Now that you see my website, I want you guys to please take time out to go read some of our different blogs on there. And again, if you guys want to get any more information out of me, if you want to order one of the books on here, please feel free. Let me know what you got so I can get it to you. Our books are ebooks because it's cost is I don't the thing is with an ebook, I don't have to spend a dime. And you don't have to, other than paying for the book. You can either look at it on your computer or you can print it out. Either way you either way you want to do it, you can do it. And that's what I love about an ebook. So majority of my books that I've done now recently, they're all ebooks. So you don't have to worry about that. You can sit on your computer like I do and read your books. Okay? That's all right, sweetie. That's all right. It's no big deal. You're not late, sweetie. You're not late. I said tonight I'm just going to ramble. Tonight we're going to just chill, talk about stuff. Y'all got something to say it in the chat so I can put it out there and we can have a discussion. That's what this is about. Now, we probably gonna pass the Happy New Year's time because I'm good. I'm good for tonight. I don't have no place to go. I ain't got nobody I gotta meet. So I'm good. I'm gonna be here to the end. Okay. So I was just kind of you guys probably have to go back and watch it again. I just was talking about how I'm where I've been, my journey, and while I'm here. Everything wasn't done on Facebook. A lot of my life is not on Facebook. Um, you won't I don't a lot of and we have to learn this, you guys. Let me say this. We have to learn not to put everything on social media doesn't need to know everything about us. Even though we know social media is fake and a lot of stuff that we do on these damn social media platforms, but it's not always, everybody doesn't need to know everything about you. You got to have some. Now, people who know you personally, there's a lot of people on my Facebook pages and my social media platform, they know me. I have a lot of family on there. So some of them know me, some of them don't. But so there's no me really trying to fake anything. I'm me. I can't be nobody else. I don't even know how. So most people know me. A lot of me has changed because I'm not like I used to be, but life experiences, life things that happen to you changes how you see things. Um, as you guys know, it's been a year now. I lost my mom, and at least less than 50 days later, I lost my sister. Okay. And this sister and I lived, we're the only two that lived here in Louisiana because my other three sisters live in another state. But me and her lived here together. And at the time, my mom was here until we moved her to Georgia before she passed away. So me and her were kind of close. And we actually worked at the VA together. Can you believe that? We worked at the VA together. Um, and so when I left the VA, she was still there because she had done like 20 something years with the VA. And I would go up there every now and then. You guys know how your relationship with your sisters can be. Sometimes I want to choke her, and then sometimes we just have a ball. We laugh, and because we grew up that way. And so I would go visit her. When I come up for my appointments, I'll go by her office, and we'll go do lunch or something like that. So we were kind of close being here because we were like the only two here from our immediate family. Especially after my mom moved to Georgia, it was just us here. So um we were kind of close. So when I lost her, and if you guys know anything about grief, grief doesn't leave. Grief just sometimes go in the closet, and a memory will flow out, and when a memory flows out, that's when it's the same thing with my mom. Same thing with my mom. I Every now and then I'll look at something or hear something, a song or something. I remember my mom used to play that, or I remember certain things. And we talk about it. Me and Tavares talks about it on the show. And it brings all that up again. So sometimes it's hard to not grieve, and then sometimes it's all right to grieve. I mean, sometimes you need to let it out because you need to release all that. So I'm saying that to say this, that we don't have to share everything on Facebook. We don't. And we can keep a lot of things to ourselves. We don't have to, our whole life, unless you're getting paid to put your life out on social media, then that's fine. Do it. But if you're not getting paid, don't give everybody your information. Don't. Don't give everybody your information. That's crazy. They don't need to know every little thing you do. They don't. And I'm saying that not to say that everybody has a story to tell, because all of us have a story to tell. Just got to know who you're telling it to. Because some people, like I put a post up a couple of days ago where I said, we talk about how we feel on Facebook, and some people don't really care how you feel. They don't. They're not moved by what you're going through, because sometimes they're going through something too, and they got to tend to what they're going through. Or just people are just evil. People are heartless. And we don't want to say that, but yeah, there are some real heartless people out there. They don't care. And then you have people who feed off your bad times because they're negative people. They feed off of what you're going through. They'll feed off of it. So you getting on Facebook and getting on social media platforms and talking about what's going on in your life, a lot of people don't care. And the people who do, they're saying, people who know you personally and know you've been through some stuff, or they know about you, they're going to talk. So don't give them nothing to talk about. Just don't give them nothing to talk about. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can share on here, but it's certain things when it's really, really real personal, don't put it on Facebook. And then don't get upset when somebody make a comment. you I told y'all, look, I told y'all, look, Facebook, we holler my page. Let me tell y'all about social media. If you're not paying Instagram to use their platform, if you're not paying Facebook to use their platform, or any other ones, you don't own nothing. That belongs to Meta. Meta owns Instagram and Facebook. That belongs to Meta. They just let you put your name on it, and they let you share stuff on it. That's not yours. So if by chance you say some crazy stuff and it goes on going down my timeline, yeah, you can scroll by. Well, then don't. You know what? You need to unfriend me. Yeah, you need to unfriend me, because if I see something crazy, I'm gonna say something about it, because it's coming on the Meta page that has my name on it. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. Instead of my Facebook page, I'm gonna say the Meta page that Facebook got my name on. Let me put my name on. It's not ours. It don't belong to us. Those pages don't belong to us at all, unless you're paying for it. If you ain't paying for it, it's not yours. And you can't get mad at somebody if they say something on that page, because it's not yours. It belongs to Mark Zuckerberg. Okay? That's why he has so much control over it. The same thing with Instagram. We don't own nothing. You stay off my page. No, that's not your page, sweetie. That belongs to the CIA, FBI, and Mark Zuckerberg, and the police department, and the sheriff department, because that's who be watching your pages the majority of the time anyway. They have a whole team that sits up and watch our pages. Y'all know that? Yeah. They want to see what you're talking about, especially if you're a hellraiser like we are. So they want to check your page. Let me tell you something. I shared something on my main page, and they, did you hear me say my? Let me take that back. Meta page with my name on it. I shared something from somebody else's. Okay. Do you know they call themselves flagging me for what I shared? Now it wasn't even my original page. It was my original post. But they got upset. And damn flagged me for it. Yeah, they flagged me for it. So what I'm saying is, because it belongs to them, they can do it. Their community rules and all that is their way of telling you what you can and cannot do on their page. Don't y'all get that's what those community rules, or whatever you want to call them, that's what that is. That's to control you, to tell you what you can and cannot do on their pages. So we need to not get in the mindset that those pages are ours because we didn't pay for them. Now you can start your own platform and pay for it. Sure can. But you have to pay for it. That's the difference. You got to pay for it because you don't own anything. That's the problem with us. We don't own shit. You don't own a damn thing. But we holler my. Mm-mm. These pages don't belong to us. Not at all. Not at all. So, as I was saying, um, so yeah, so just be careful with what you say on these doggone pages. And be careful of the people you meet on here too. Because I know a lot of us get on these pages and we meet people, and especially when we talk about dating. I'm not saying, actually, matter of fact, I had a good conversation. I interviewed a young lady a while back on one of my other shows, and we were talking about meeting somebody on the internet and all this. Um, and I know lots of people have relationships where they met somebody on the social media platform, on these different dating sites and stuff, and they probably live happily ever after. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It wouldn't be nothing I would do, because you don't know how that person is. And as y'all know, a lot of people have passed away or murdered. Let me just say the word murdered, um, from people they've met on these social media platforms. all of them. So I'm gonna say to you, be careful. If you are dating somebody and you are really paying, if you hear that noise, you guys, again, I live in the country, so they're allowed to, if they want to, if they want to, um, um, how do you say that? Operate a cannon out here, they can, because that's what I'm listening like, damn, okay. Out here, I'm hearing it all night. It's gonna be out all night. They had started earlier, about 9, 8:30. They had started out here earlier shooting. So yeah, we live in a rural area, so you hear anything out here. And it's not only during this time; they'll do it all the time. But yeah. So if you hear that, it's not me. That's outside. But yeah. So just be careful when you meet people, because I know this year coming in, I know there's a lot of single women out there. They want to be with somebody. They want to love somebody. They want things to work out for them. They want things to work out, and they want the love thing, which is all right. That's fine. But just be careful. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to a lot of the red flags, because there's a lot of red flags, especially with our men nowadays. Men don't get healed. They don't attempt to get healed. So because they don't attempt to get healed is a lot of, and I'm not just saying men, women too, because we got some crazy women too. We I shouldn't say crazy. Let me rephrase that, because that was not appropriate to say. I didn't call the men crazy, but I called the women crazy. Let me rephrase that, because that's very inappropriate for me to say that. We have some unhealed people out there, and they're desperate to be in relationships because um, they're lonely. But in true, full reality, um, because of that, they could be dangerous. So you have to be careful with the people that you call yourself relate having a relationship with, because it's dangerous, especially on these platforms. Because, like I said, a lot of fakeness goes on these platforms until you actually meet those people. And when you meet them and you see things, you like, wait a minute, hold up, you know, wait, that's not right. This doesn't sound right. I got to get out of this. And you figure out a way to get out of it. I'm talking about males and females. There's I don't know if you guys do TikTok. I do TikTok. They laugh at me in my group because I be up at nighttime sharing stuff on Facebook because I don't go to sleep all the time. So I'll be sending them stuff all night long. Sometimes, y'all, I don't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. I just my clock is off. I guess I don't know. Um, but I get up late. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I don't have to get up for anything. I don't have to send no kids to school. I got it going on in a sense. My husband's retired, so we don't have to go anywhere. So I don't have to get up so early. But anyway, so I'm up pling. They hear ping, ping, ping because I'm sending stuff. But on TikTok, there's a lot of people that, matter of fact, they got a show out right now called the TikTok Murders. I think that's what it's called. So what I'm saying is, just be careful with the people that you meet on Facebook and on these social platforms, because these people are not the same people at all. Okay, when you meet them, if you don't already know them, they're not the same people. And if you knew them back then and you meet them up now, they're not the same people. Because you got to remember, they've gone through some experiences in their life since the last time you saw them, especially if you hadn't seen them since high school or whatever. They're different people, they're not the same people. And you got to realize that they're not the same people. You just got to be careful out there. You got to be careful, because it's nothing for somebody to kill nowadays, because you don't know what's going on in that person's head. It's nothing for somebody to kill somebody at all. And that's crazy, but people are dying over the most unnecessary stuff. Has no, like, why did he kill her? Why did she kill him? Because he didn't return the phone call? What? Really? Are you crazy? Um, Now I want to talk about that, but let's I got something else I want to talk about. Okay. before 12 o'clock. Okay. How many of y'all out there check your husband or your boyfriend's phones? How many of y'all do that? Raise your hand. Look, raise your hand. Put your hand up. How many of y'all check phones? How many of y'all um, have permission? I'm going to say have permission because their phone is their phone. How many of y'all out there can pick up your boyfriend or girlfriend phone and just look at it? Not to say you're looking for anything in particular. You can look at it. Anybody out there can do that? Do they let you do that? When I say let you, I mean give. Do they give you permission to do that? Because as you know, guys, I was talking on my Facebook page, and another thing about I was posting. Um, is look. Let me tell y'all something. This is how my brain works. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit. My brain works where it's constantly going. According to this test I had to take with my therapist, um, he said I have ADHD, adult ADHD. That's what he told me. That's what tests said, results of the test was. So my mind, I'm telling you this because the wheels in my head go all the time. Like I overthink everything analytically, I think. So anyway, so this particular day that I posted all that was this stuff that was just on my mind. It's like I started typing it. Just came up out of nowhere on my mind. So I was talking about the ideal of phones, how cell phones have changed our relationships, and how we have made these phones, we almost weaponize phones. We almost make phones as a relationship weapon. You understand what I'm saying? And I think because we do not understand how to communicate with each other, the phones are the substitute to that. And I think also, remember I talked earlier about the red flags? I think a lot of times men and women who are in relationships, they saw the red flags prior to the phone. Yeah, you saw the red flags. You just ignored them. Yeah, you saw the red flag. So the phone is a conduit to the red flags. Why do you say that? Is because you already saw the red flags. Now you're arguing about the phone. So what are you arguing about the phone for? Because you already said you don't trust him. You already told her you don't trust her. But y'all still together. But you have something now tangible that you can go through and say, "See, I told you. That's the reason why I don't trust you." We use the phone as a weapon in a relationship instead of talking. You knew he was a dog. You knew she was a dog. You know how they say for the streets. You knew that. You knew that when you got in the relationship. You caught it. But because lots of times we want to fix people, we want to change people, or I'm not going to have my friends talking about me being without somebody. I'm going to be with somebody. Or you probably really love that person. Not to say that you don't. And you feel like love equates you going through a lot of bullshit with that person, including a lot of cheating. Okay? You saw that. We have this thing where we don't want to be alone. So because we don't want to be alone, we'll put up with a lot of stuff. We will. And let's just be outright honest. We will. We'll put up with a lot of stuff that's unnecessary just to be with somebody. So you can say you got somebody in your life. So now we have the phone. And I said this and I mean it and I will not take it back. If you're not paying for a phone bill that this man or woman has, you don't have a right to look in it. Because again, you saw the red flags. You don't have a right to look in that phone at all. You have no right to say, let me have your phone and give me your password or your passcode or whatever to it. You don't have a right to that at all. Especially if the bill is not in your name and it doesn't come to your house or you're not taking it out of your bank account. That's his or her business. Now, again, you saw the red flags. You saw the red flags in the beginning. So what are you looking in the phone for? You need proof. The red flags are the proof. You just didn't pay attention to it because you're in love. And I'm not saying that a person and there's I think people get weak at moments when they're vulnerable, when they're going through something, people get weak. But when they continue over and over again, it's more than one person that they're cheating on. I mean cheating with, like one behind the other. You stop messing with this person. Y'all, those are red flags. Like, okay, I caught you with her. Now I'm catching you with her. Now I'm catching you with her. Now I'm catching you with her. It's four people already. When you gonna stop? When you gonna say, okay, you know what? This is not working. When you gonna say that? Because you gotta say that eventually. You got to, or else you're gonna be miserable. That person has some issues, some unresolved, unhealed issues of their own. And a relationship probably is not where he needs to be or she needs to be. Yeah. Maybe he needs to be by himself and she needs to be by herself. And they don't have to worry about cheating because there's nothing, I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, so you're not cheating anymore. But when you're in a relationship, even though you're not married, you've already soul tied, right? You're already soul tied. You know what soul tied is, right? I ain't gonna go deep into that. You've already tied your souls together, in other words. So that's there. So that sometimes rules how the relationship is created from that soul tie. Because sometimes we go crazy when we get some. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Especially if it's something you hadn't had in the wrong time. I mean, in a long time. You're right. That's child's play. That's right. That's child's play. But we do it. We do it. We still do it. We do it to this day. I checked through his phone. Well, I unlocked his phone. For what? Do you pay the bill? Because that's the first question. My question is, do you pay my bill? Because see, if you pay my bill, you still got to get permission from me because it is my property. By the way, you guys, I don't think I shared it, but do you know it is against the law to go through somebody's phone? Again, this is a black lady, she's a lawyer. She's a divorce lawyer, as a matter of fact. And she said there is a law where you are not allowed to go through your significant other's phone. And if he or she knows about that law, you could get in trouble for that. So be very careful when you want to be Billy Badass, because that's what we do. We want to be Billy Badass, going through somebody's phone. Be careful with that. Just like now you can sue a girlfriend or a boyfriend that messed up your marriage. Yeah. So be careful when you're messing with a married man or a married woman because you can get sued for that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's right, baby. You're right. You're right. If you got to go through all that, you shouldn't be together. You're correct. So be careful with this attitude that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Because you're trying to get revenge. You wasting energy on getting revenge. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Because what does karma do? You have good and bad karma, right? What does karma do? Karma lets everything come back. Well, some of us wants instant karma. That's right. That's right. You're right, but not that's right. You're correct. Karma is something else. It can be good or bad. Bad karma is you're trying to get revenge because you saw the red flags and you didn't pay attention to the red flags. You saw the red flags and you didn't pay attention to the red flags and now you want to blame him. He showed you. She showed you over and over again that they were for the streets. But for some reason, you had to have them in your life. Once you tie that soul, when you tie that soul, that's it. You're gonna go through them things because that's what happens when you tie that soul, especially when you're not married. That's, that's some stuff. All right. And let me tell you something. I'm not sitting here talking like I'm sitting on no judgment seat because y'all don't know all of my past. I was not always this astute, nice lady I am now. People know me. There's people out there that know me. Okay. I wasn't always this nice lady that I think I am. Am I nice? Sometimes I am, not all the time. But I'm saying I have skeletons too. I cannot sit here and say I don't have no skeletons and then tell you all about your skeletons. No, I have skeletons too. That's why I can tell my story. And I'm at the point where there's nothing for me to be ashamed of. Okay? That's why I can talk to you about this because been there, done that. Saw the red flags, did not pay attention to the red flags till it was too late. So I've been in relationships where I've been mentally abused. I have been in relationships where I've been emotionally abused. I've been cheated on so many times. And I've even been in physical abusive relationships. So I can talk from experience. I don't say it in a proud way. It's an experience I went through in my life by not knowing my value. Lots of it is because I didn't know how much I was valued. I didn't value myself. So I would get with these raggedy relationships that didn't mean me no good at all. Didn't know. Cheat on me, lie, whole 9 yards. Some of the women would cheat in my face, would be talking to me, and was sleeping with my boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. Talking to me, sleeping with my boyfriend. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Did I go and want to fight and go crazy and all? Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Didn't do none of that. Because you know what happened? I sat back and I let them catch that karma. That bad karma. Not the good karma, the bad karma. And I just sat back and watched. Sometimes you ain't got to act a fool. Why would you beat her up or beat him up when your partner was the one who cheated? Because somebody got to say no, right? Somebody got to say, you know what, this is not appropriate. Don't you have a girlfriend? Don't you have a boyfriend? Don't you have a husband? Don't you have a wife? When somebody don't do that, that's crazy. That's really crazy. So when we're not responsible for ourselves and we do these different things and you don't expect nothing to come back on you, that's crazy. That's crazy. But you saw the red flags. And I'm saying that because lots of times we see the red flags and we ignore them. We know he's going to cheat. You saw it. Because you know what? He got buddies and his buddies cheat. And his buddies sit around and talk about how they cheat. And then when you're not around, him and his buddies compare the cheating with each other. Yeah. How do I know that? Let me tell you how I know that. Because I had lots of conversations with men. I talk to men all the time. Not only now, I've always talked to a lot of men. I talk to them because we talk about politics, we talk about the world, the government, all that. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Science, all kinds of stuff. Because I'm kind of nerdy too. I love tech, so I talk about a lot of tech. So those are the conversations they have. And when I was in the military, man, I found out so much about men was mind-boggling. Even though I was a dumbass, even though I knew a lot of what they were doing, I still wind up dating some. So what I'm saying is, a lot of them tell you what they do, and they were trying to outdo each other's buddy. How they can, how many women they can be with. Have them a list, and then your buddy have a list, and you comparing how many men do that. Not all men, but some men do that. especially when they're not, well, even the married ones did that compared to how many I was with her. Oh yeah, you was with her, I was with her. That back and forth stuff. So having those kind of conversations with them and listening to how they talk, I learned a lot about men. It's amazing. But my dumb ass, I still dated someone. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this is what I got to choose from. Now let me quit. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's wrong. That's wrong. But I'm just saying, okay? But as you get older and you mature and you learn lessons and you do things differently, you'll see things are not like that anymore. To a certain extent, because some people never change. They're gonna be like that till they get in their grave. They're crazy like that. They're gonna continue doing that. But there's some people who mature and say, you know what, I don't do that kind of stuff no more. I can't do that. That's not who I am. And that's how I was. I realized that that's not the life I wanted to live. I was a mom. I couldn't do all that stuff. Military, trying to get my life, just doing all those things that I needed to do. That was starting to become a priority to me. So men were not a priority at a time in my life. I needed time to put my head together and get myself together. So men were not a priority to me. I concentrated on going to school. I concentrated on raising my son because that was more important at the time. I think all of us should do that. I think all of us should have a time in our lives when we have children because, again, it's about the children. Having time in our lives where yeah, but sometimes I talk too much. I have to kind of watch what I'm saying. Yeah, because I was at one time. Even though I might not look like it, when I was younger, I was dumb. I did some dumb things. I did a lot of dumb things. I don't want to call them dumb. I call them life lessons. And I saw the red flags. Um, and I didn't pay attention to them. But I've learned now that I know what I know now, I don't. I know I'll see a red flag and like, okay, no, this is not. But um, it took a long time for me to learn that. It's not something you can do overnight if you don't recognize the red flags. If you don't recognize them, you don't know. You going through all this shit. Wow. Did y'all hear that? Okay. She said, I understand. Yeah. Y'all hear this? I know y'all hear this. This is crazy. I don't know what that was. That sounded like a cannon. Oh, mm. Anyway, so as I was saying, pay attention to red flags. Back to the phone. That's what we're talking about. The phone. The phone has been used as a weapon in relationships. There's people who want to take the phones and go through them. And I seen that picture. You guys, let me say this too. I've seen something that bothers me about women. I don't see it much in men, and that's the reason why I don't say that much about it with men. But I have seen this with women. Women, listen to me. When have you been able to control where a man looks? When do we start doing that? When do we start telling a man he can't look at somebody? When do we start doing that? He's a grown ass man. How you gonna tell him he can't look at something or somebody? Where did that come from? Why do you think you have a need to control his eyes? If you doing all the things you supposed to do and y'all out and about and he wanna look, let him look. And if he touch, how can you control him if he touches? How? Tell me how you can control him if he touches it. At the end of the day, what can you do? What can you do? I see women get mad at him because he's looking at somebody. Really? When did we start? There's a lot of stuff y'all doing now. It's mind-boggling. Where did y'all? When can you control a person's eyes? I don't want to control my husband's eyes. I don't care where he looks. That's his eyes. He might be having issues with his eyes. Let him look. You can't control that. That's right. And they should. They should look. Oh, you condoning him cheating on it? Because he's looking? He's cheating? Looking? This, y'all do. Somebody got a machine gun. Somebody literally got a machine gun out here. Oh my God, these people crazy. Anyway, a machine gun. What time is it? Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Hey, Hen! See if he can hear me. Hey, Henry! Happy New Year! He heard me. Happy New Year, you guys! Yay, 2025! All right, we're going to make things happen. Even the dog's barking. We're going to make things happen. Yay! Listen to my dog. My dog's barking too. But, so, Happy New Year's, Miss Dixon. Happy New Year's, Miss Ricks. Happy New Year's, each and every one of you guys who are out there that's not showing up on my viewership. Happy New Year. Yay! This is to you guys. Have a... Can y'all see? Oh, here you go. This is to you guys. Have a good night. But don't go nowhere because I'm not finished. We ain't finished. The night has just begun. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, son. Mama loves you. May your year be full of greatness, abundance, prosperity, love, joy, happiness, healthiness. Let's see what else. Growth. Get a lot of personal growth. All of that. All of that. That's for all of y'all. I'm putting it out there. It's out there. Once you put it out there in the atmosphere, it's done. Thank you, guys. Okay, but look, my story ain't over with. I ain't finished because we're going to get deep. I ain't going nowhere. Let me see. We ain't going nowhere. Unless y'all want to go, y'all can go. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I love you too. See, Tavara, somebody loves me other than you. As I was saying, stop trying to tell a man, a grown man, where he can look. Stop telling a grown woman where she can look. Quit all that, y'all. 2025 is here. Look at your relationship. Do an inventory on your relationship. Okay? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to give you some homework. Do some inventory on your relationship, no matter who you with. Do some inventory on it and come back and tell me what you found. Okay? Tell me what you found in your relationship that you think that you might need work on. Now, let's say this. Hold up before I say that. I'm not going to give you no advice on it because it costs you to get advice from me on that sense. But we're going to talk about it on a general, like on a regular platform. Okay? We're just going to talk about it. Because if I go any deeper into that, with me asking you that, then you're going to have to pay me. And I'm not going to charge you for that. Because my information is valuable. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. But no, just take an inventory on, look at where your relationship is now. Okay? No matter how long you've been married. And look at where you were when you first got together and where you're at now. List all the things that has happened in your relationship that could have had you grab your bags and walk away, and then talk about what made you stay. Okay? Let me tell you a book to read. I posted on You Can't Clip My Wings, I think, 7 books about relationships that's written by Black authors. but I have not read any of them yet. But I have read, and I have gone over it. Men Are from Mars and Women Are from Venus by Dr. I think his last name is Speck or Spock. I can't remember. I've read that book and I know that book, and I've actually done a whole thing, episode on You Are Loved about that book. And it really did make me Happy New Year to you too, sweetie. It really, really made me look at my relationship with my husband because what I had to realize is men are from Mars in a sense, and women are from Venus. We're from two different planets, and we've come together to make the relationship. What the problem is, we needed to learn how to make the relationship because we're coming from two different things. We're coming from two different quote unquote planets, Mars and Venus, according to the book. We had to figure out how to work to make it work. You understand what I'm saying? So that book teaches you how to make it work. But you have to have something, a foundation to get that from. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to have something. What is not making, what is stopping it from working? And what do I need to do to make it work? And that book is basically kind of giving you some of the things that you can use to make it work. And it's a very good book. And I read that book years ago. And just so happened I found a free copy of it online. And I went back through it again and I did it on the show on one of my podcasts. And it made me rethink about how I really saw relationships. It's like, man, yeah, okay. I see that. Yeah. Okay. So I learned how to sometimes I catch myself when I'm talking to my husband, communication, because what I realize is communication is the key to a relationship working, and lots of us don't have it. We don't know how to communicate. And a lot of times when they're thinking we're nagging and arguing and going back and forth with them, it's not argument. It means we have issues with communicating. We cannot communicate. And because of that, everything else is breaking down because you can't do anything without being able to talk, right? Or to get your point across, right? So you find yourself, everything else in the relationship starts to break down. If you can't talk, if I can't talk about my feelings or you can't talk about your feelings, to me, that's a breakdown in the relationship. And that book basically, like, wow, it makes you do that. So I am going to be talking about, we're going to talk about relationships on our regular show too, because I'm going to get some of those books I was just telling you about when it comes to Black relationships. First of all, I am not no relationship guru. I'm not going to pretend like I have a marriage that's, this so type marriage. No, I'm just talking about the things that I've learned. Okay. Because we get on each other's nerve. We've been together long enough to get on each other's nerve. Okay. And there's times when I don't want to be bothered and he don't want to be bothered. And it's fine. And we good. And then we need for us to get mad. That getting angry and cussing each other out. No, well, nah, that ain't even necessary no more, y'all. When you've been in a marriage long enough, that stuff won't even matter anymore. Because you've already gone through all of that. When you're at that point in your relationship where, you know what, this is cool. I like this. You're going to get to that. You're definitely going to get to that. But you got to remember, you got to change your mindset, how you see things. Because sometimes the way we see things are really not how it is. That's just because we're making these decisions off of our feelings and our emotions are tied up in it. But logically, that's not even what's happening. But because in our minds, because we all got all this in our minds. He's always arguing with me. He's always doing this. She's always doing that. We have all that already built up in our minds. So we're going to come off when we do have this conversation. We're going to go right there to that same spot and nothing gets done. It's like you're hitting up against a brick wall. Nothing is getting done. So then the communication breaks down. And when the communication breaks down, everything else breaks down. So you got to be able to communicate with your significant other. I'm not talking about grabbing their phones and looking at them. I'm talking about talking to them. Put them phones down and talk. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation with him. See what he's talking about. See what's in his head. But that you have to do that gradually, because if you haven't been doing it already, that's something you have to gradually do. Because he's gonna be looking at you like, you never asked me that before. And you tell him, hey, I'm trying to try something different. So can we talk? You know, sometimes you gotta push it out there. Men too, same thing with men. It's a two-way street there. Because you got to look at, you go to work all day. Sometimes she goes to work because majority of the time she works too. Kids, the whole 9 yards. You don't have any time to get to yourselves. You don't have time alone, and you don't have time where y'all can talk, where you need to talk, because everybody's around, everybody's doing this. The house is full, people all over the place. You don't have no time to get the conversations in when y'all need to. Y'all need to be able to communicate. I know some people do date nights. Some people set up times when they can get together, but everybody's not privileged to that. Everybody's not able to do that. So you got to make the best of when you can talk to them. And they have to be willing to talk. Okay? They got to be willing to talk, and they have to be able to not always turn everything into an argument. Here you go again. Nag, 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 nag. I can't do nothing. Sometimes they have this thing, I can never do nothing right in your eyes. Yeah, you did. You married me. That's one point. No, what I usually do, we be talking sometimes. I'll say something funny and he have to laugh. He'll say, I know I shouldn't have said nothing to you. Because you always, yeah, because I'm going to make it funny. I ain't going to be mad about everything. I can't be mad about everything. It don't work. That's miserable. When you're mad about everything, that's a miserable way to be. And I don't feel like being that way. Happy New Year, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel like being that. That's too much energy. And then that's another thing. You have to look at the energy level you spend being angry, mad, pissed off, wanting to fight. That's, oh my, I can listen to somebody's arguments and I can get exhausted. But that's also part of being an empath. When you're an empath, you feel a lot of people's feelings. A lot. So I can feel when people's energy is there. I got to get away from you. That is so exhausting. That arguing back and forth and cussing it, that is so exhausting in a relationship. How can y'all do it? I can't do it. I'll stop. I'll go sit down because I can't do all that. We have to learn how to communicate with each other without hollering, without calling each other the B word and all the negative stuff that comes out. We have not learned how to do it because we don't know how to manage our anger. No one has ever taught us how to manage our anger. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. We haven't learned how to manage. I can get angry, but I find myself, okay, when I get upset, I have to get away from you because my tongue is lethal. And I'm not saying that to brag about it. I know how I can go there. And in order for me not to go there, I'd rather walk away, take some deep breaths, and then come back and talk. Because I will say some things. And it's a control thing. You have to learn how to control your feelings, your emotions, and all that. I'm not saying be stoic and, oh, don't say that. But I have to, because I'm very hurtful when I say stuff. Especially if you said something crazy to me. I'm going to hurt your feelings real bad. So I have to, I'm sorry, y'all. Because some things just went through my head. I have to not, I have to catch myself. I cannot be, I can't do all the arguing. And when you come to the point where you don't have to do all that, oh my God, it's such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. When you can laugh at the crazy stuff that you say and do, it's wonderful. And I'm not telling nobody to be not to be with somebody. There's somebody out there that wants to love you. You just got to find them. That's all. And you got to be willing, because sometimes too, you guys, we don't want to change. We're not willing to change. We're not willing to say, you know what? I don't mind compromising certain things. And I'm going to tell you, this is you talking to the person you're with. These are the things that I'm going to compromise with you on. And I'm expecting or I'm asking you to compromise with me too. There's certain things, because we're looking for this high value man and this high standard this and high standard that. Why? Not to say that you can't. I'm not telling you to bring home a scrub or a bum. I'm saying look at the quality, because even though you think you deserve better, not to say that you don't, but if you think you deserve better, what brought you to that decision that you thought that you deserve better? See, if you don't know yourself, how do you value yourself? Because you can say, I got this, I got a big house, I got a big car, I got this, I got, okay. So you're basing your value off of all the materialistic things you own? Or are you basing your value over how you truly love yourself and take care of yourself? Is that, because lots of times we got to have the Gucci Coach, the Louis Vuitton, the red bottoms, and all this. We have to have all this stuff, and we put value in that. And then we take that value and we add it on to the value of ourselves when they have nothing to do how you value yourself. But we have in our minds, and society has taught us that we need to have all these beautiful things to put value on us when you don't need anything. Because if you value yourself, you're going to already know what type of man you want. If you value yourself, you're already going to know what type of woman you want. I'm talking to the men. It's not about what you have. It's not. It's not about what you have. If you're with somebody who loves you, has a job, he's working, he's bringing home the bacon, he's helping you, he's doing, that's what you need. All that fancy stuff, and like somebody said, if a man spend more time in the bathroom than you do, you better look at that. Mm. If he spend more time in the bathroom than you do, and he ain't got no problems with his stomach, his in digestive system, you better check that. Okay, you better check that. If he's in the mirror more than you are, you better check that. Because people doing some stuff nowadays. Okay, people are definitely doing some stuff nowadays that'll catch you off guard that you don't know. Okay, that'll catch you straight off guard. Hold up, y'all. Okay. That'll catch you straight off guard. You be like, what? No, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm acting silly now. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Communication is the key. So now, what we get ready to do now, and like I said, you can stay or you can go, because I'm getting ready to do my reading. Now, if you want to stay, I'm going to say this. This is what we call a general reading. You're going to take from this reading what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine. It's just a general reading. But I'm getting ready to do a reading, and I'm getting ready to let me move this out. Um, and then you guys, I want you guys to interact with me when I say this, okay? Which, oh, okay. Thank you very much, sweetie. So I'm getting ready to do this now, Miss Dixon, don't run. This is not scary, okay? This is not scary. So what I would like for you guys to do is let me know if you agree or disagree with what comes out. Okay? That's all I need you to do. Agree or disagree. Now, I'm showing you my cards. You're going to see they're going to go in and out because they're gold. They're actually gold cards. So it's going to look like it's fading away, but they're not. So I'm going to shuffle them. because that's how we do it. Okay. Okay. All right, sweetie. Thank you. Because people get, people, when I start doing this, I got a lot of, oh my God, you're a witch. I'm not a witch. I can act like one, but I'm not a witch. No. This is so fun, you guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. These cards have helped me through so much. You have no idea. These cards have helped me through so much. I'm serious. Okay. And all I'm basically doing is reading what my intuition. You have to have a lot of intuition. You have to pay attention to your intuition for one thing, first and foremost. Okay. Your intuition, they say it's your gut feeling, but it's also more than that. Okay. And tarot reading is not some thing that's going to hurt you or anything like that. It's not. It takes a while to learn this, but once you've gotten it, and if you're that person that can do it, do it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Somebody else will do it. Okay? This is, again, a general reading. Take from this reading what resonates with you. My son actually knows how to do this too. My son is pretty good. He's well versed in this. He doesn't talk about it, but he is. He's very well versed in this. And I didn't teach him. He told me about it a long time ago, but I wasn't paying attention to myself back then. But he was telling me about it a long time ago. That he knew how to do it. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is when I pick a card, I'm gonna show it to you and I'm going to talk to you about it. Okay? All right. So what I did was I shuffled them. I need you to hear it because I don't want you to think I'm playing with them. I'm being fake. I'm being for real. Okay. Whew, I'm already nervous because I haven't done it on here before. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. This is called the Eight of Wands. Those are wands. And they're shooting out. So this represents messages, good news coming your way. Okay? These, you see how they shooting out real fast. This is good news coming, speed, moving fast, coming your way. Okay? So somebody got some good news coming their way. Okay? Ah, you guys, this is weird. Oh, this is awesome. Let me tell you what this shows. Do you see the three ladies? And you see, this is called the Three of Cups. They're celebrating. Didn't we just celebrate something? We just celebrate what? The new year. And this also talks about your support system, people who are supporting you. Okay. And they're celebrating whatever it is that what you've gone through or what you've done, your win. They're celebrating it. Wow. That is awesome. I love it. 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 That's good. That's good. Uh-oh. So this is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups represents partnership. Didn't we just get through talking about relationships and stuff? Okay. Partnerships, agreement, harmony, balance. That's what that is talking about. Okay. Two of Cups, right? Awesome sauce. I love it. I love it. The next one is Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. This shows youthfulness, new beginnings, things that are happening that's going to happen in the future for you. Okay? All right. Good. This is looking good so far. I'm liking this. Ah, this is new beginnings, and it's also talking about a new relationship. This is called the Ace of Cups. Okay? This is talking about a new relationship. So somebody is going to be having a good relationship coming up. That's a good thing. I love it. I love it. Okay, this is the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant represents teaching, learning, um, bringing things forward. Um, yeah, this is what this one is. Okay, you're going to be, somebody's going to come to you, or you might be that person who's going to be doing that teaching. And it's also talking about tradition. Okay. Oh, the high priestess. Okay. Now, this is talking about, this is feminine energy right here. This is what we call feminine energy. The high priestess, she is about nurturing, she's about ambition and creativity, self knowledge. Okay. When we talked about that in this whole conversation, man, these cards are just like reading what I just said. Man, this is crazy. Okay. So this is the moon. The moon represents illumination, dreams, something that you've been dreaming to happen is going to bringing something that was in the dark, to the light. Let me see how I can, there we go. See how I can, there we go. Bringing something that was in the dark to the light. Okay. Oh, this card came up today. I put it on the post. Um, Now this right here is the Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. This is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is showing, looks like somebody being stabbed in death. Death means to do away with old things, getting rid of old things, new beginning. Death to finances. See, I look at these swords, each one of these swords represents something to me. Okay, could be death to your finances, no more bad things with finances, relationships, careers, jobs, whatever. That's what these represent to me, what I'm seeing these as, these swords as. Okay, let me, so you can see it. There we go. I shouldn't have used these cards. There we go. Okay, so it's 10 swords in his back. Death to all the bad things that are happening, okay, to you, and a new beginning for new things to happen. Okay, this is the Empress. Let's see, make sure you can see that. There we go. This is the Empress. This is also feminine energy. She's generous. Okay, someone is very generous. A mentor. You can even see her as a mentor. Okay, um, she's there to help. She's like a mother figure. Okay, all right. And last but not least, oh wow, the King of Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles, okay, as you can see, let me see. Make sure you can see that. Okay, Pentacles, if you see the little round circles with the X on them, those are Pentacles, which talks about legacy, inheritance, tradition, family. That's what these are. So this is the King of Pentacles. He's generous, ambitious, and he's of authority figure. So that's like a father figure, okay, around you. Okay, so that is the tarot itself. Good reading, good reading. Now we're going to do what we call the oracle reading that goes along with the tarot. Oracles, what oracle reading is just a help with the tarot. It kind of explains, it takes it to another level. Okay, that's what these oracle cards are. So let's see what we're talking about in shadow work. Okay, let's see what's going on in shadow work. And let me know if any of these describe maybe you going through or somebody you know. Thank you, Miss Dixon. All right, so let's see what we got here. Facing fears. Facing fears. So it says it's not about being fearless, but having the courage to progress despite them. So if there's something someone is going through, face them. Don't run from them, face them. Closed-minded. Someone who's closed-minded. It says unwilling to consider other perspectives or entertain new ideals, be more open. So it's advising you to be more open. Okay. Disconnected. Somebody feels disconnected. Okay, it says here, disengaging from the present moment hinders genuine connection. So they're saying be in the presence, be here. Sometimes that's hard to be in the presence, you guys. Oh, shame and guilt. Shame and guilt. Feel them without judgment or self-criticism. Mistakes do not define your worth. There we go. All right. Oh, wow. Thirst for the truth. It says hidden emotions or secrets need to be acknowledged and addressed for growth. Hmm. Not all secrets, okay? Not everything. Everybody don't need to know everything now. Adaptability, being able to adapt. Being able to adapt. Think outside the box and find creative solutions to life challenges. All right? Adaptability. Okay. Now, let's see what these tell us right here. How did you get in there? Okay. These are almost similar to those, but they're just a little bit different. And you guys, I'm actually doing the same type of reading I do on my YouTube channel. So, it's nothing different. Um, I'm just, I just never had an opportunity to do it on this channel. That's all. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. An epicure cure. That's what this is, epicure. So it says here, self-absorbed, you make excuses, you're uncommitted, intoxication, overconsuming of things, gluttonous. Sometimes we're being impatient and unrealistic. That's what that means. Hope that's none of you guys. Oh, the compass. Independent, be proud of yourself. Stick to your chosen path. Curious, important role coming up, mentor. Didn't I talk earlier about a mentor? Y'all, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. How they say, I'm not playing. I talked earlier about a mentor. Unwavering. The other word is tenacity. So it says, stand firm in your beliefs. Your steadfast spirit guides you through uncertainty. So if you have a belief system, I call it a belief system because everybody don't believe the same way. That's what this is talking about. Whoever you believe in. Okay? Uh-oh, healing. Healing. So it says here, see through illusions, navigate dangers, and find solace in therapy's guidance. So if you need some healing, remember I told you we are people who are in these relationships who are unhealed. And that's not how we're supposed to be. Okay? So let's see what our gemstones are telling us today. Oh yeah. Whew. Okay. Kindness. Kindness. So it says here, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Okay. Gluttony. Didn't we just hold up? Didn't we just talk about gluttony on here? Didn't this card say something about gluttony? So why is the Black Pearl telling us the same thing? It says, he who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Gluttony. Mm. Woo. These cards ain't playing, y'all. Uh-oh, greed came up. Greed says our eyes are bigger than our stomachs and that we have more curiosity than understanding. We grasp at everything but catch nothing except the wind. Wow. You didn't have to be that nasty. Wow. Look at this one. Temporary halt. Now and then it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. Just be happy. Enjoy your life. Just enjoy your life. Last but not least, temperance. It says everything in moderation, including moderation. The amethyst. All right, you guys, we are on a roll. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see what our spiritual awakening is saying today. Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so let's see what they tell us today. Okay. It says divine. There is a gentle guiding force of life embedded deep within each of our souls, and we get to choose whether or not we listen to the innate, gentle guidance that lives within and around each of us. There are no accidents, no coincidences. There is only choice. Trust that nothing is left to chance, and rather that everything is laid out for us, perfectly plotted and planned, just waiting for us to say yes to. Of course, we get to choose to trust its guidance and to surrender to the knowing that this is all part of our beautiful divine plan, created and crafted specifically to suit the very purpose for which your soul exists. Divine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You probably can't see this too well. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's see. Let's do these next. And then we're going to get into, we'll make that last before I do that one. Okay, so now we're going to talk from the element cards. Let's see what the element cards are telling us today. Since it's already morning. It's morning. I wish I could play music, but I don't want to get flagged because I would love to play some music. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here over here on this New Year's. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Realization. Feel your emotions as they arise. Feel your emotions as they arise. Wow. Make time. Breathe with the green spaces around you. I talked about grounding. If you guys know what grounding is getting out in nature and enjoying it. When the cold goes away and it gets warm, if you have an opportunity, go outside with no shoes on. If you've got grass around you, I'm telling you, it's a whole different feeling because the energy from the ground, because we are from the ground, feels so good. I'm telling you, it does. Trust. All you need is trust. Okay, you have to trust something and somebody, but first start with yourself. Trust yourself. Have faith for your own healing. Did we talk about healing earlier? Have faith for your own healing. Come on now, come on. One more. Revitalize and uplift. Allow the tears to flow. Allow the tears to flow. So if you feel like crying, cry. Get it out, you guys. It's so healthy to cry. I cry when I need to. I cry because it feels so good. It feels like a burden been lifted off of you. If you don't cry, you should cry. Okay? If you don't cry, you should cry. You should take those moments by yourself and cry. What'd you say, miss? You said at least for 30 minutes? Yeah, yeah. Get it all out. How what go have I encourage every woman, and this is for women. I'm not talking to men right now. For every woman, every woman to have a place where she can go and cry. If it's in the car, if it's in the garage, if it's in oh, okay, I got you. I'm sorry. You said walking. Okay, I got you. I don't care where it is. Take some time and have that moment of solace to yourself. You need that. Every opportunity you get that time to yourself. And also take time out to remove all the negative energy out of you and away from you. Let me tell you one of the things I do. I'm out of my Florida water. But you guys, get you a bottle of Florida water, get you some sage, get you some incense. This is my sage I use. This is not about no witch and evil spells and all that. Sage cleanse the air. If you don't want to get the kind that you use with matches, the regular sage, you can get sage in a bottle. Okay, you can get it in a spray bottle. When I was on live yesterday or day before yesterday, and I was telling my audience that with sage, with the spray bottle, spray around you. We go to work and we come home, and you are bringing home a whole bunch of negative crap from negative coworkers, and you bringing that home, and you wonder why there's arguments in the home. You wonder why there's the kids don't listen, and you arguing with the kids. You should never have to argue with your children. You tell them what to do when they sit their asses down. But we know that's not always how it works. You're arguing with your children. You're arguing with your significant other. He's arguing with you. Take some time out. Sage yourself before you go. Spray yourself before you go in that office. And spray yourself when you come out. Spray yourself if you got to do it in the car. Spray wherever other energies have been, and especially when it's negative energy, because you're bringing all that stuff home. Even when you come home, take off your shoes because you walked in a lot of negative spaces. Take off your shoes. Don't bring that in your home. We don't we don't even pay attention to how our energy flows. Energy transfer. Energy never dies. Okay? Never dies. So you're carrying all this energy from other people around. It's on your clothes, it's on, especially if you have a coworker that's just complain all the time, complain. Nothing ever goes right for them. Woe's me, that whole 9 yards. Y'all get that energy off of you because you're bringing that right home. And don't tell me that you don't pick up on your friends or people that you're around habits, because that's a lie. Because I know that's true. You do pick up on other people's energies, and you do bring them home. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You bring all that negative energy home. Don't do that. Even when you go to the store and you encounter somebody who's being very nasty and mean, don't bring that home, because you'll be arguing with your husband over something stupid, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, over something stupid. You know why you arguing with them? You let that negative energy on you. And it might sound crazy, but I had to learn that. I very seldom leave home. I can only deal in being doing what I do. I have to be sociable. There are periods when I have to be sociable. I understand that. But majority of the time, I can't be around people because there's so much negativity and it's icky. It makes you feel icky. Okay? So you get that off of you. Keep you some Florida water or some sage around you. Oh Lord, she's talking about spell. No, I'm just talking about keeping your energy cleansed. Okay, cleanse your house. You can put Florida water in your bath water. You can put it in. Well, you can put it on your towel and take a shower. You can also put it in. Wipe your walls down. Wipe your house down. Mop your floors with it. I mop my floors with it. I mop my window sills with it. Okay, I'm almost out. I got to get some more because that's what I do. And the energy in my home is so different. It is so different. And I take my time and do it. You got to rush through it. And you can get all that negative energy out of your home. And another thing, and I know I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do, what they do in their home is their business. But when you have a cluttered home, you are not allowing good energy to come in. So if you have a lot of stuff that you're not using, get it out your home, because you're cluttering up the energy. The energy cannot flow. If you want good energy to flow, you got to get rid of a lot of stuff in your house that you don't use. If you don't use it, why you got it there? Give it away, because that's a great thing to do, is to give it away. Give it away or throw it away. But we get so caught up on having stuff. Gotta have stuff. And it took me a long time to learn that, because I used to be, I consider myself a semi hoarder at one time because I like things. So I found myself getting rid of them. And I could see the difference in when you have a clear, open space and the energy flows equally through. And it's much better. I promise you. I'm sorry. So let's talk about life's journeys card because this is what these are. 6 plus 3 is 9. It's talking about parenting. Are you good at parenting? Do you need to be parented? Okay. Sorry, I went on my diatribe. 4 plus 4 is 8, and we're talking about the environment. Didn't we just get through talking about nature, right? The environment. Okay. Next card is spiritual partnership. This is crazy because this is all kind of coming together. 2 plus 9, 4 plus 7 is 9. Look, 9 is the number for completion. And look, it says spiritual partnership. Wow. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my God, you would not believe the next card. 4 plus 6 is 10. Look, you guys, domestic harmony, relationships, domestic harmony. I love that. One more. Oh gosh, 7 plus 4 is 11. Oh, nature. You guys look. Oh man, y'all can't even see that card. Can you see that? Nope, it's took it that green because it's a green card and I have a green screen behind me. So it took it out. But that's nature, okay? That right there is we just talked about that. You said 30 minutes walking in nature, right? Can't beat that, y'all. Cannot beat that. Okay. Woo-wee. These cards are hitting up. You tell me, Miss Dixon, what you think? Am I, do you get what these cards are saying? We almost finished. Look, most of the time our readings are probably about an hour long. Don't get sleepy on me yet. Don't get sleepy on me yet. And look, Miss Dixon, if you have a yes or no question, put it in the chat and we'll do a yes or no. It can be about anything. You'll see what the cards say. Not what I say, but what the cards say. Okay. Yeah, if you have a question, put it in there and we'll see what the cards say. Okay, the number 888. Karma. Did I say something about karma earlier? You guys, oh my God. It says balance, finances, success, wealth cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take the personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. 888. Awesome sauce. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Next one is 1313, and it says starting fresh. Oh my God, on the 1st of January. Okay. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out on your out of your comfort zone. You're about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. Right on it, right on it, right on it, right on it, right on it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Woo. That's good. I love that. Last but not least, 0303, 0303, and it says taking chances. Woo. Success, knowledge, friendship, and patience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether you're in professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. You cannot beat this card. Y'all, that is awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So that's those are angel numbers. And here's our numerology cards. Let's see what they're going to tell us. Let's see what our numerology. Oh, Lord, that's a good one. That was good. That was good. I felt that one. I felt that one. Miss Dixon, I'm almost finished, sweetie. Okay, we're going to do all 78 cards. No, I would not do that to you, Miss Dixon. No. Why would I do that? No. No, no, we're not. We already finished with the tarot. This is the oracle part. No, 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 no. We're done with that. I'm not going to keep you up very long. Is that a question you want to answer to? Yes or no? We almost finished. Okay. So, growth. Remember, we talked about growth. It says here, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Denial. I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with insight and awareness. Okay. All right. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. There we go. Have patience. Have patience. Perseverance. I love that. That goes along with tenacity and unwavering. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Okay. One more on this one. Self esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Self esteem. All right. So, okay. Now we're going to ask our ancestors some questions about us. Okay. Real quick here. So, let's do the elders. Okay. So, the first question I am about to ask you is, what is present for me at this moment? What is present for me at this moment? Celestial alignment at this very moment. Okay. And this is number 41. So 41 says, it says, your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take from you what they didn't give you. How do you want to feel? You think often about what you want, but goddess energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energetic feeling, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire in that frequency, match it with your feelings. That is the energy of a goddess. Okay? All right. So the next question is, what are my biggest obstacles? Your biggest obstacles is liberation. You're not being Queen Mother Nanny. Liberation. So it says here, break free. Your dreams hold the power to the keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of the personal liberation. Excuse me. Find your own personal liberation codes in your soul unspoken desires. Life is too short to live within someone else's story. Divine blessings and magic on your side. Enjoy your freedom fully is the best gift to your ancestors. Okay. What must you release? You need to release manifestation. Manifestation. Okay? You need to release your manifestation. Believe that it can happen and talk about it. Showers of blessings are yours. You are a rainmaker, master manifester, a shapeshifter, an alchemist, and a sorceress. Open your hands and heart. Yes, make it rain. You are manifesting big. This has been a long time coming. You are co-creating this with spirit. Match the energetic frequency, the asa of your desire. You are magnetic and like attracts like. Raise your vibration to align with the sacred. Close your eyes and see your blessings. Feel them in your bones. Act, believe, act, allow, and receive it. Yes, 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 yes. So, do you have a question you want to ask? No, no, no. I know you are, baby. Do you have a question you want to ask before we finish? So, the last one here is what do I, what support do I need? What support do I need? You need to speak up. You need to speak up. It says speak up. Let it all out. You deserve it. Okay? You deserve every bit of it. So it says here, speak up, speak out, speak on it. You have a right to be heard. Excuse me. You're betraying yourself by not speaking up. Your words have power. Own your voice. As the old saying goes, stand up for something or fall for anything. Being neutral is not an option. When you stand firmly in your truth, you have thoughts, opinions, beliefs, and convictions. What do you stand for? Tell someone today. Let it all out. And last but not least, what next steps should you take? Miracles. Wait for the miracles. So when we say miracles, what are we talking about? We are saying you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things possible. Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. There you go. That is it. So I am finished with that. So I asked a question. Do you have a yes or no question before we go? If you have a yes or no question that you want an answer to, it don't have to be if you don't want to get deep with it, just anything before I go. Simple yes or no question. If anybody out there have a yes or no question, put it in the chat so I can see it. They like, Lord, your reading is long. Yeah, my reading is long. And look, you guys, everything I said today, I meant it, but if I don't remember it and you hear me say it again, that's all right. Because I don't remember what I said, everything. I don't remember everything. So you can't hold me to it. No, I'm just kidding. Mix Dixon, you got something you want to ask me? If not, I'm going to hold out for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Anybody got anything you want to ask me? Don't be scared. Get it out. This was a great reading, you guys. A lot was accomplished here. I'm glad you guys hung out with me. Thank you, Miss Dixon, for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me do this with you. This was okay. You don't have nothing. Okay, don't be scared now. Don't be scared if you ain't got a question. This, okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go to bed. I want to say Happy New Year. You guys enjoy. We will be back. I told you when I come back, I'm coming back. Can We Be Frank show? We're gonna be teaching. We're gonna be learning some stuff. That's what I want to do. Okay, anytime. All right. You can also go over on our YouTube channel, Queen Universal Readings, and check us out. Subscribe, like, share, hit the notification button so you know when I come on to do a live for our readings. If you want to learn how to do your birth chart, you can go over it on Black Queen's Reading and check out the birth chart I did on myself. Okay. If you want to read some blogs, you don't get bored, and you want to do anything else, you get bored, you want to read something, go read some of our blogs. They're 4 minutes a piece. I said that earlier. You can't clip my wings. If you even want a personal reading, let me know. I can hook you up. I'll take care of you. Okay? If you need any empowerment coaching services, I'm available. Don't forget to check out our books. Go back over on our website and check out our books. Those books are awesome. And you don't even have to wait for them to come in the mail, because I can email them to you. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, look, I did a whole nother. Oh, golly. Somebody's here for it's 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I had a great time. I spilled all my guts. Not all of them, but I spilled the majority of my guts. And I hope you guys got something from me. I want to do this again. Thank you, Miss Dixon. Thank you, Miss Ricks. Thank you for Miss let me see, I saw I forgot her name. Let me see. Give me a second here. I need to go up my list. Let's see. Oh, Miss Ricks. Why are you doing this? There we go. Let's see here. Miss Sword, thank you, thank you, thank you. She came in. Miss Dixon, we was hanging hard. And I seen Mr. Swafford came in. Miss About Them Kids, Miss Lady Red came in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here. I enjoyed this. I hope you liked my reading. If you didn't, that's all right. Somebody else did. I hope somebody got something from these readings. I really do. Thank you again, you guys. So have a great night and bye-bye.